place on fire. Let's get higher. Get a little bit of gasoline. Welcome to another crime scene. Get a little bit of gasoline. Welcome to another crime scene. I'ma make it burn. 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 Get a little bit of gasoline.
Alright, welcome. How is everybody today, this afternoon? We are going to take a deep dive into the free game that was released yesterday on the iiRcade system, the game called Satryn. Last night on the Friday Night Arcade show with Brooklyn Proper Bread and Mr. Cuddles, we talked about this game and we played a little bit of it. And if you weren't able to catch that show and catch some of the tips that I was talking about with this game, we're gonna go over the game again and review it and give you a better understanding of the game mechanics to help you get a higher score. So without further ado, first thing I did actually, which was the smartest thing to do, was to actually go into the manual and actually read how you play the game. That actually gave me a good basis to start playing the game and understanding what you have to do. So the first page, it just tells you just got to save your friends. If you don't save them, they will all be slain. Well, that may be true to a certain point, right? There are certain enemies that will slay the enemies right out of the gate, and there's other ones that are like passive and they won't destroy them immediately. And we'll get into the enemy types as we peruse the manual here. So each friend that you save is going to increase your multiplier. Now that a multiplier is very important because it just goes up in increments for every friend that you save. And every 60 friends you save, you get an extra life. Now if you lose friends and earn more, let's say you get the 60 and then you lose lives and then you get up to that 60 number again, you don't get an extra life doing that. No, it's an overall total of friends that you save. So if you get 60 friends saved, then you have to wait till you've actually saved a total of 120 throughout the course of your gameplay to get that next extra life, and so on and so forth. So as we go, now if you die, this is where you need to survive in the game. It is crucial if you want to get a high score. You got to keep that multiplier growing as you go through the game. And so it says it reduces by 35%, so when you get higher up, that number is huge, the number of friends that you lose. So if you get, for instance, 100 friend multiplier, you're losing 35%, so you're dropping down to 75. Now that's a huge point deficit, because it's very important, like I said, that multiplier has to come up, and there's a reason for that. So right here, for the power-ups, these forms appear every 75,000 points. Now, I believe this is stackable, so when you actually get a really high multiplier and you're like getting 75,000 like that, but you only have, what happens is you're allowed to hold a power-up and then one will spawn on the map. And so what I find is when I run out of a gun and then I pick up a power-up, another one pretty much immediately spawns because I think I've stacked it over the course of the time. As long as I haven't died, I keep increasing my score. And that's the trick to getting further into the game, is getting all those power-ups to drop all the time when they run out, to really get those stronger enemies taken care of so you don't get overrun. So here we go. So now we're going to go into the weapon types here, because this stuff isn't unlocked right out of the gate. Once you collect this stuff, it gets unlocked in the manual here. So the dual one, it shoots out both sides. That's actually pretty good, so you can shoot up or down crosswise. So that's good to protect your backside as you're moving through the map. That's a good weapon to have. The spread is really good, especially later on, especially when you get so many enemies spawning at the map at one time. You can really get them pinned in a corner and get them down on a diagonal and just go boom, 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 and just take them all out. The quad's also good. It's another variation of, but it's all four sides. That's a decent one. But then we go to the other ones, the swift. That's just rapid fire. The piercing one is good because what you could do is sit on the edges of the map and shoot across, because your firepower, no matter what you have, for the exception of the flamethrower, goes the whole distance of the map. So the piercing goes through all the enemies as it's indicated. So you can just sit there and just fire across the map, move up and down, and just go boom, and just take a whole bunch out. So that's a really good one to get. You see that one green glowing, you want to grab that one. Alright, let's go to the next section. So the rocket and the flamethrower will round out the rest of your arsenal. So the rocket is really good. Takes out the powerful enemies very quickly compared to the other weapons. And the explosion that it causes on impact will also take out enemies surrounding as well and do damage. And the flamethrower has to be the best weapon. It has just a limited range, but it just annihilates everything in its path. Like even those big boss enemies with the core, you just set the flamethrower on that. It's really amazing. So so when it comes to the weapon drops, what I recommend is making sure that if you do carry a weapon that's low on ammo, before you take out the last enemy, get rid of the ammo. Especially if you have a power-up already spawned on the map, because what'll happen is you'll just equip it when the level's over. But if you're already holding a gun that maybe has like a couple bullets in it, you won't pick up that power-up, essentially. So you got to be careful with that. And the trick what I like to do is making sure that I start each of the levels, especially when I get higher up, with a full power-up. So that's something to keep in mind, is making sure that you don't start each level with like the basic fire power, because it gets pretty intense later on. The game has levels that are just designed to kill you. Now actually this one, a lot of people don't like it, the water power up. Now there's a reason this power up is good, and I'll explain why. You get to shoot at a T, so up and down and then in front of you. But it also it's like a wave in front of you that pushes enemies away from you. So now that's beneficial, especially if you're surrounded. You can get yourself out of a jam and clear yourself a path to move about. And as well as you're pushing the enemies, you can get to your friends. The friends don't move with the wave as you're pushing the enemies. You push them out of the way, you can quickly pick up the friends before they get slain and stuff as you protect them. And then the shield is a good one to get. It's stackable. I've had 3 shields on my character at one time before. I don't know if I can get 4, but that protects you from extra hits. So that's definitely something you want to be on the lookout for that. Hopefully you're lucky and you get enough drops for that. So let's go to the next section here. So now we're going to go through the enemy breakdown and just describe what these enemies do. Now, so these red enemies, they're slow at the start, but as you go through the level they get faster. So at the start of the level they're not really a threat, they're more of a nuisance because they block your fire, because they're just like a wall and you have to like blast through them to get at like the stronger enemies. But I wouldn't pay too much attention to them right at the start and focus your attention on taking them out as your first priority, because they don't actually attack the friends, they don't kill them. So you don't have to worry about these red guys doing that. So just make sure you are taking some of them out periodically, because as they get faster, you can't outrun them. So you have to be mindful not to dilly-dally with those guys. Now the Huntress is a enemy that will seek out your friends and destroy them. So when they spawn on the map, you want to try to take them out as quickly as possible before they take out your friends. Pick up your friends before they actually go into attack mode and start slaying them like crazy. And if there's a lot of them on the map, they go crazy. It's like boom, boom, boom. All the friends are gone, and you didn't pick any up. So you got to be very careful with that. In levels that are like that, I'd recommend when you spawn in, look for where there's a good cluster of friends at the start, and then just go for them right at the start before any of that chaos starts, and then try to pick up any more along the way. But at least you're picking up some every level because you need to get that score multiplier to get higher and higher. Now, this enemy, the bomb bulb, is like a passive enemy, and so it'll just explode. It won't kill the friends until it's actually they're caught in the explosion when this thing blows up. And this thing is actually pretty good if you can shoot it in a cluster of enemies, especially those little red ones. It'll blow them up as well. It's a surrounding area, so those are good enemies to do damage like a little bomb. So now this enemy is a pain in the neck if you leave it too long because it spawns the mite and a lot of them, and the mite likes to come up around you, and it's very tiny. And because it's purple and dark, it kind of blends into the background, especially when you start painting the background after you destroy a bunch of enemies and there's a lot of purple on the map. Um, they kind of blend in. It doesn't catch your eye because it's so dark, and your eyes are picking up the brighter colors. So what I find anyway when I'm playing. But definitely take these out as quickly as possible. Now they don't attack your friends; they're just more of a nuisance. They're sent to destroy you. Um, Now let's go to the next section. Now the Devourer. Now the Devourer, you got to be careful because, especially when they start spawning at the start of the map, they'll go right after your friends. And as you can see on the right-hand side there, they'll turn it into a bad friend. It's like a homing missile that it'll shoot at you, and then you have to kind of destroy your friend. You don't get to pick up the friend, and so you lose your opportunity to increase your multiplier that way. So usually when I see those, I go right after them because I want to try to pick up my friends and take these out so I can get more friends in the map. But they don't. But that's how they destroy your friends. Is they just pick them up and turn them against you. Now the bloom. Now the only way they kill your friends is if when they leave their waste, and it's like an explosion. If your friends walk into it, or if you shoot it and they're caught in the explosion. You don't want to leave those blooms too long because they could fill the map full of those bombs, and doesn't leave you very much room to move around the map. Especially when the map gets hectic and you really do need to move around the map. You don't want to be caught that way, so you want to try to take them out too. But if there's other enemies that are more of a threat, take them out first. And like you have to really assess, and that's the overall message. Is every level you got to assess the threat. What's the biggest threat that the game just gave you, and you have to go after that first before. And usually, the bigger the threat, the more point threshold is going to yield when you destroy the enemy, which in turn will drop the power-ups. So you don't want to go after the weaker enemies at the start of the map because, like I said, you want those bonuses to keep spawning when you run out of bonuses, just to plow through the level. If you're really caught with using your basic weapons, especially later on, you're going to start losing lives. You're just not able to do it. Or it becomes very, very difficult to do in some cases. And now the next enemy is the Pompey. It's just a spike ball that you shoot. When you shoot it, it breaks off into two little spike balls, and then from there, when you shoot those spike balls, they break off into thorns that float about. Now, when you get to an end of a level, and let's say you have just when it splits off into the two, if you just shoot those, the level will end. You don't have to actually shoot the thorns to end the level. It's just the little orbs that it was attached to previously. But when you shoot those thorns, you do get points for it, but it's not very many in comparison. So, but it is a nuisance. You just have to be very careful with those because you might get caught with it floating around. Just very careful. Now these next enemies are very tough, and they yield a good point threshold. Now the rifle pod just shoots like a not really a homing missile at you, but it aims at you and fires. And if you don't kind of move, you'll just be caught in it. And you can shoot its projectiles as well to stop it from firing at you. Same with the Bobolob, you can shoot the projectile it fires at you. And now, like I said, they're very tough. You definitely want to have some special weapon to try to take those out quickly. You can use your basic gun, but usually at the start of the level, like these are the biggest threats, and you have to take them out as quickly as possible. Definitely the Bobalob, because the explosion when it shoots that bomb at you is huge. The blast radius, so you don't want to shoot it when it's right near you. But the good thing about that is if you shoot it, it will take out other enemies in the process. And I've also found if you can shoot the projectile, if you time it right, and if you shoot it as it releases its fire and it explodes in its own proximity, it'll actually do damage to itself and take it out quickly. So that's another little tip that you can use for that to take out these Bobolobs. But definitely, if you see a bunch of these spawning, like a multiple, definitely focus on #1 priority. You take those out essentially, because it just makes life difficult. Now this is a very tough enemy because it spawns the termite and spawns a lot, and the termites actually fire and fill the map up full of projectiles, which you can also shoot. If I see these on the map, this is definitely another priority you want to take out. So you can't let them keep spawning the termites and just creating a havoc when there's other enemies on the map to take out. It just becomes overwhelming. You got to take these guys out because sometimes it spawns like 3 of these, and then they keep spawning and spawning, and it gets too overwhelming. You got to take them out quickly, these ones. Now the Devoider, this is another one, another tough enemy. It takes a lot of damage. When you're just using your basic weapon, and if you have friends on the map, it'll mutate your friends, and it'll fire that mutated friend of yours, and then when you shoot it, it'll split off into 2 little pieces, which you'll also have to shoot them. Those are like homing pieces, and it just seeks and destroys you. So you definitely want to make sure when you start attacking this that there's no friends nearby for it to use to do this. Takes that part of this weapon arsenal away from it, and then just take it out as quickly as possible. And now the Keeper, the Wardens of the Satryn. Now definitely it's 4-sided shield. Now it does yield points, so if you do have your multiplier up, you'll drop bonuses within this the fight with these things to take them out quickly. And but if you could just break off one side of it and just focus on shooting the core, and you can take these things out quickly. And like I said, if you have like a rocket launcher, piercing, or the flamethrower, will take these enemies out very, very quickly. Now if you notice onto the right hand side here, rockets won't hurt you until they're active, right? So you can see when they shoot, before they turn into rockets, they look like the picture on the left, and it says they're harmless, right? So now I'm not sure if you can actually touch them when they're in that shape or not, but you could shoot them when they're in that shape. But then once they're in that position on the right, yeah, if they touch you, you'll take damage, and they're sort of homing. So you just have to make sure you're standing at a certain proximity where they'll go around you, and you just keep blasting. Now when this thing shoots its beam, you can deflect the beam. If it's coming towards you, you shoot it and it'll go the other way, right? And that's kind of your opportunity when it's doing that to really then focus blasting on the core and destroying it quickly, and then you get yields a bunch of points. And then we go through the hazards. We know what the mines are. You don't touch them. The ball mine, and the Galvin, yeah, where it does the line. Yeah, that's chaotic. You just gotta avoid that. No, the black hole. That I hate. That we all hate that. It draws matter in. It's lethal. You can't touch it. The friends touch it. It's lethal. And it also sucks in enemies and then moves the enemies around the map and then spits them out. So and that's random when it lets go. So you got to be careful. Not when they're moving around you. You just got to be very careful. Use caution. And the white hole. I'm trying to think if you could touch these or not. It repels all matter. So I think makes you bounce off of these things. So maybe it'll make you bounce into an enemy or something. So you don't want to touch these things. And then a game by Maybell. There we go. We got a shout out, and then all the thank yous right there. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for this great game and for making it free on iiRcade. Absolutely. We're going to have a blast. Alright, so now we've done a nice little rundown analysis in the game manual. So hopefully that'll give you a good understanding on really what we're going to be doing here. So right now we're going to jump in. And before we jump in, we're going to see who's in the chat. We got Omega 4th and Sacro. How are you guys doing tonight? Or this afternoon? I'm doing fantastic. Alright, just checking out my stream there. Perfect, everything is working. Alright, we're gonna head right in here now. Let's turn this up. Alright. Alright, I'm protecting my friends, as you can see here. Alright, there we go. It's perfect. Alright, so this is passive now. I'm just gonna go after the purple before they go. That's the biggest threat right now. It's not these bomb guys. They're only a threat when they explode. Pick up my friends. Alright, I got no more friends on the map, so it's time to take them out. There we go. Alright, so, alright, now assess the threat. What's the biggest threat? There's nothing really at the moment, except that line there. Okay, no more friends on the map, so now it's just survival now. Now I got 31, now you can see the score climbing now that I got 31 friends. And now I've hit the point threshold. I got the 75,000 points. There we go, 40 friends, 40 friends. Hello Papa Bread, what's happening baby? Alright, now I gotta focus, yeah I gotta focus on these big guys there. Okay, now the purple is the next threat. Alright, there we go. Perfect, there we go. 45 friends. Oh god. Oh no! I was too close proximity. Well, that's not too bad. I only lost like 10 friends. So I'd rather die now than later on when I get like higher, because then I lose more at one time. So that'll be fine. See, alright, gotta take out these blues. Oh, I didn't get them. See, I'm not going after my friends. There's nothing that's going to kill my friends right now. Right? There's nothing. So I'm just going to not pick them up, because then you can pick them up like that at the end of every level. So don't feel like you have to pick every friend up. I'm pushing everybody around with this weapon. So Papa Brad, I know you said you didn't like this weapon. You can see the benefit of what that does. Right there. It just pushes everybody out of the way so you can pick up your friends. I got another one too. Oh no. They slayed my friend. They slayed my friend. how you do that when these guys start all coming at you. Get them on the perimeter like this. They just follow the line. That's one way to do it. Now, when they come charging at you, those green guys, you can actually like a bull just deke out of the way. They'll go behind you. They're like on hockey skates almost. Like they kind of overshoot it. Let's get those friends. Get those friends. Got 81 now. It's good multiplayer. Oh, look at that. There we go. There we go. And I got 3 shields right now. 3 shields. Alright, this is a boss fight right here. Alright, I'm actually gonna do this. I'm gonna get that rocket. Got that. Got him. Oh, jeez. I'm not even going to worry about the friends right now. There's too many bosses on here. And then that line there. See, there's some levels you just have to just concede not picking any of the friends up. Like, I don't think I got any on that round. So some of the levels are just designed to just destroy you. Lost 1 shield there. Maybe I can get another shield back. Okay, got these guys. Oh, get that piercing. Get the piercing. Yeah, see how that piercing works? Alright, got 100 friends there. Rockets. Oh, flamethrower, get that. Ooh, baby, here we go. Save it for the end, for the next level, and have full ammo. I'm gonna pick it up right now. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if I can pick up some more shit. Get that guy. There we go. Here we go. Oh no, I died. I just lost 55 lives, 35%. Got him. Oh, man, didn't have a chance there. The multiplayer's still kind of good, 73. As long as I keep it up enough where I can be getting the drops, that's the most important thing. Oh no, I got hit from behind. Oh no. Again. That's good. Last wave. 20 threads. Let's see if I can get an extra life. Laser got me. I thought I shot it, but hey, not bad. Level 31. But hey, let's do it again. Let's get back in there. Gotta go over here. Get my guys. Oh no. I'll just restart that one. Level 1. Gotta restart it. Black holes and these things. I'm not going to get very many friends. That's the thing. Some levels are easier, some are not so much. going? 11? Alright, we should get a bonus soon. Alright, this level we should get a bonus. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Yep, absolutely. The randomization buffer makes everything different. Some games you'll start off really good, where you get like over 10 friends in the first level, and then there's a little times where you'll maybe get 2 or none. No, you don't. Squash that. Alright, 55. Yeah, you automatically get the surviving friends at the end of every level. You don't have to pick them up. But by picking them up, it increases your multiplier. So pick your moments when you gotta stick your neck out to pick them up. You really want to survive. Got the extra life. Oh, I gotta pick these ones up. What? I touched that thing. I guess I can't since I hate those. I got caught with no power-ups, so that game's done. Start again. Yeah, that was too difficult. It would have been easier if I didn't have that glowing line going across and having to try to avoid that as well. Oh, this is a better start right here. There we go. Things are starting to move forth more. Where we go. I know, I still can't believe we got this great game for free. How did I die there? Oh, I'm gonna start again. Is there a phantom? I didn't see anything there. Maybe I got caught in the bomb. Oh, man. Like I said, it's very important to keep that multiplier up. You don't want to lose lives. You want to score those points. Ooh, get all those. That whole level was it just that one guy? Okay, okay. Friends. Those little red guys are now worth 400. Get that multiplier up, your score really jumps. When you get it beyond 100 friends. Alright, 60 right on the button. Go. Yeah, baby. projectile coming at the last second. Let's get those friends back. Hit? Seriously, what did I hit there? There was nothing there. Oh dear. See how we need to keep dying, you just lose all your friends. Like, oh, look at that, down to 50. This is not, oh god. Yeah, this game's gonna be over real quick right here. Power would be nice, but I gotta get hurt points by taking out the armor. That was oh my god. Yeah, we knew that was happening. That was inevitable. That was just academic. Alright, let's do this run here. Power up this round. Power up. There you go. Just like that. You don't want to stay in the middle. You want to get out of the middle so that you kind of spawn in. You'll get surrounded. You want to try to commit somewhere and open up some space. There we go. Threats them. That threat. I'm gonna save that rocket. almost at 100. Almost at 100. Yeah, it gives you the power up too at the end. You don't pick it up as well. As long as you're not carrying anything. That's the crucial thing. See, look, I left that power but didn't pick it up, right? Because I was carrying something, so that's something to keep in mind. You might miss out on a power up. I got the best weapon right now. I got 100. Now let's see that score climb here. Here we go. Got him. There we go. Oh no. good power up. Oh, I gotta get level. Oh, this is not good. Not good. That multiplier is too low. No. Last life. Don't even give me a chance. That's not fair. That wasn't fair. Hit me in the corner. The game cheated me. Alright, let's do this again. Alright, hey John. Did you join me? Let's see if we can have a better run here. Alright, let's save him. There we go. Oh jeez. This is a better start. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. You gotta be kidding me. That just came out of nowhere. bullet left and you just have to pick up that ammo. You can't have be carrying anything and leave an ammo at the end of the level on the foot. Not even that. At level 14, I should have 3 of these. Oh man, that's just, yeah. Alright. This will be my last run right here. It's a great, there we go. So as you can see, every playthrough is going to be different. And like I said, some levels are just designed to take you out. And that's why it's very important that you don't die, because you need those bonuses to keep spawning. It's able to save it. Alright, let's speed through this. You only got here around 1.3 million save growth, but you'll get there. As you can see, they go after the friends, those green guys, so you can almost use them as like bait to lure them away from you if you. They'll start chasing you once there's no more friends on the map. There we go, 27 friends. All about Papa Red. Gives you a better understanding when you watch somebody that kind of understands the game, play mechanics, and figures out a path to victory. Let's pick up this pepper. That's good. Here. One of my favorite power-ups is that spread shot. Ooh, there we go. That was tricky. Those friends. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Happy Saturday, King Rail Sabbath. Wait, how many this time, please? Reasonable. Got him. Yeah. Perfect. Make sure, yeah, there we go. Pick that up. There we go. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. those rockets. Let's go. Oh no, I walked into that. Oh, I walked into that too. Oh, this is the beginning of the end. Yes, come on. Do this to me, game. I don't like it when it spawns like 3 or more and I don't get good power. Oh, come on. I shot that. And it didn't give it to me. I was pointing right at it. Must have been that split second. Alright, well I still have 1 life, and I still have an opportunity to earn more, so let's see if we can get this back. Fuck. Yeah, this is over. This game's over. You don't want to lose this many friends this late in the game. Power-ups just don't spawn, so you're going to be caught with a power-up. Because it hasn't spawned. Yeah, it just spawned. Because I shot that big guy. That multiplier back up. Please get me an extra life. Oh no, not these enemies. Yep. No. Oh man. Well, anyway guys, how long have I been streaming for? Oh god, a long time. For an hour. Anyway, that's a little how you play good. Just hopefully you just get good spawns, and it's all relying on those power-ups. You gotta keep your multiplier up. Because, yeah, otherwise you don't get the high score, especially if it's 35%. As soon as you get up there, you lose so much, and it's so hard to get it back. Because the enemies, there's so many of them to be able to pick up those friends. Yeah, it's fantastic. But anyway guys, thanks for joining me, and yeah, we will see you later and on the leaderboards. Alright, take it easy guys.
Get a little bit of gasoline. your place on fire. Let's get higher. I'm gonna set your place on fire. Let's get higher.